guys, I hope you've had a great weekend and another great week. So Monday, I've just said goodbye to the 2 students from this week. So Jamie returned from last week, and yeah, he doing his lock fitting course. We've had Chris that's come up from Dorset way, doing his lock fitting course. So yeah, I've done really well, and I mean, you can see for yourself. Beautiful. To be fair, this was Jamie's door. He didn't do that. That was already on there. But yeah, he's done really well. Fitted all of these. British standard. Let's open it up, shall we? There we go. Not a bad job considering the boy's never done any kind of chiselling before. Yeah, he's done a good job. And this is Chris's side. He's also done really well on these. We've had to put a little bit of filler just in there. It was a little bit chipped out. But yeah, done really well. And let's have a look at the keeps as well. That ain't bad, mate, is it, eh? Come on, for somebody's first attempt. And down there. I'll tell you what, I'll be happy with that. So yeah, and everything's shut in, absolutely beautiful. But also had a little visit from a guy called Andy from 999 Locksmiths up in Bolton. What a guy. So he's just moved his daughter down to Brighton, and he messaged just to see if he could pop in and say hello. I think he sees me on YouTube. And look at this that he bought me. How nice is that? A little box of Moretti's. He knows the way to my heart. So yeah, it's lovely to see him, have a little chat as well. So yeah, the guys tomorrow, they're back. Mortise locks tomorrow on both these doors. And then Jamie comes back Wednesday. He missed a week. He missed a day, sorry, last week. So Jamie's coming back Wednesday, when we're going to do the UPVC day. So we basically talk about common problems, how to get over those problems, changing the gearbox, changing the mechanism, toe and healing, that sort of stuff. Good morning, guys. It's another day in the training room. So we've got Jamie coming to do his last day today. It's UPVC day, so we've got a part of a mechanism on here. So we'll get him to whip that out, change the gearbox. We've also, we'll also be showing the adapter lock today. And yeah, the 2 different versions that the lovely Roland has sent me. So he sent me the shorter one and the full mech. So I'll be showing him how to change them. I'll also be showing him sort of all the different sort of scenarios you can come across with a UPVC door, toe and healing, all that sort of stuff. And yeah, anything else that he wants to brush up on for the rest of the day. So another busy day. Oh, we've also got to do with him my Lishy boards down here. Under there, space is a bit of an issue. Obviously, in my training room, it's quite compact. So yeah. We'll be doing a bit of lishy picking as well, and then that's everything covered for him. So I think he's really enjoyed it. We had Chris in as well, Monday and Tuesday, doing the lock fitting. This is Jamie's door. Leave that. Which one is open? It's all open, I think. So this was Jamie's door that he managed to get done. So got all of these locks in, bar the code lock. He didn't do the code lock, that was already on the bit of timber, but he did all these Nightlatches, British standard. He did a 3 lever, then he did a 5 lever mortise down here, Deadlock, and then we converted it to a sash as well. So he's done all of that. Yeah, done really good. They've both done really good. Yeah, like I say, Chris done all the same down here on his door, but he wanted to take his bits of timber for practice, which is a great idea, which it doesn't matter to me. They just get thrown away at the end anyway. So yeah, all good. Right, so I'm taking Jamie as well to do a couple of deadlocks because we've done deadlocks yesterday. I had a job come in last week and I booked it in for today because Jamie should have finished yesterday, but he missed the day last week. That's why it's overrun. So I'm going to take him to go and do these 2 deadlocks first thing when he arrives, and then we'll be back in here doing a bit more. Okay, so this is deadlock number 1, and there's the keep there. Let's show you all working. That's it, lovely, and there's bolts as well that go up, and a bolt down there. That's it. Alright, so let's go and see the other one. And this is the second one. So I'll just show you that all working. Bolt there. That's it, locked. Beautiful. And the keep goes in between there. Morning, guys. Firstly, I want to apologise to Stuart McCracken, Yorkshire Locks. He gave me a sticker at his wedding and I can't find it. Send me a new one, bud. Right, I'm on my way over to, well, I've just been to quote a job. It was only a keep on a door that's snapped, so just got to see if I can get a replacement for it. I'm on my way to a job now for a landlord, a loose lock on a tenant's door, so we'll see what that's about. Then I'm going to a friend of mine who's a member at East Brighton Golf Club. He has, I think he said he snapped the key in his locker. So I'm going to have a look at that. And then I'm going over to the lovely Fiona's house, the lady that I've been doing work for years. She's having trouble locking one of her doors, so I'm going to see what that's about as well. Poor Jamie didn't get to finish his day yesterday because we was on the job with the 2 deadlocks that you've seen, and he had a few missed calls from his mum and his sister to say that his nan had been his nan has been ill for a while, but it wasn't looking good. So he went back home yesterday, so we never got to finish the UPVC stuff, and I think he's talking about coming and doing my shadowing, my 5-day shadowing course as well, just so he can come out on the road a bit more, and also, you know, he can, anything that he wants to recap on as well, on the 7-day course that he's just done with me, he can do that. It's a perfect opportunity to do that. So I said to him, look, I'll just give you another day, I'll give you an extra day when you do the 5-day shadowing course, and he can do his UPVC day then. So, but yeah, Jamie, if you're watching, I hope everything's all right with your nan. I mean, I know it's not, I know it's inevitable, but yeah, thinking of you, mate. Right, let's go and have a look at this loose lock, see what's going on there. Right, so yeah, this is the problem, the actual lock's actually hanging off here. So I can certainly put some longer screws in that, hopefully, and pull that in. Worst case, I'll have to plug the holes so it gives it something fresh to fit into. But what I need to check once I've done that is that the door is actually still gonna, because it still feels very stiff, even when I'm pushing against it up there, still feels very stiff to actually to close the door. So we'll get it so it's working nice. I might have to adjust the keep a little bit, but we'll see how we get on. I'm just taking it off, and the actual back plate's loose as well. Not sure you can see that, but I would imagine with all the slamming of the door, the screws worked its way loose, so we worked out good timing. I'm also going to straighten up the cylinder because that's a little bit wonky. I'll straighten up as well, will you? Right, so that's the lock back on, much bigger screws. I've used 3 of these in the back of the lock, and that's what was in there, so see there's quite a bit of difference. So yeah, that's the lock refixed. I've straightened up the cylinder, given it all of overhaul and the spray, but the door still doesn't latch properly unless you push it really hard. So what I'm going to do, I'll move the, need to move the key pin this way a fraction, just so it latches properly in there. Because that's possibly what's happened is that they're having to slam the door to get it to shut, and it's putting pressure on the lock. All right, so we are done. So what I've done here, brought the key out a fraction. I've got a packer behind there. You can't even see it in there because it's a grey. It's basically the offcut of that. Grey packer, just to pull this out a little bit. Re-drilled these holes, put longer screws in. These are the screws that were in the keep, these small ones. So it's got 3 of these now. 2 in there, 1 in the back there. So that's nice and solid. And the door is closing and latching. Lovely. Everything's working. And then from the outside, I could do with a pull on here actually. Use a letterbox. So that's closed. They were having to slam it before, and straightened up the cylinder. It's working lovely. That's that little one taken care of. So yeah, it's just the screws have just worked their way loose. So just whacked in some longer screws, gave it all a bit of a lubrication. Straighten that cylinder because that was annoying me as soon as I turned up, so I needed to get that sorted. Yeah, and pack the keep out. All done. This is your bread and butter jobs, you know. A lot of people think that when you become a locksmith, you're going to be picking locks all day. It's really not the case. Well, it's not for me anyway, but I presume that everyone else is the same. Yeah, you do little jobs like this, lock fitting. I'd say lock picking is probably about, or gaining entry, there you go, gaining entry is probably 30 to 40% maybe, maximum of what I do as a locksmith. So, right, I'm now on my way to Brighton Golf Club to have a look at this locker, see what needs to be doing here. Okay, my mate's locker's done, that's sorted. I opened it, and then literally as soon as I opened it, they found the master key. So now he's got a master key as well, so all good. And I'm at the other job now for the lovely Fiona, so we'll have a look, see if we can get some video of this, what's going on with it. This door, I think, has probably dropped from memory. This is the really old door. Yeah, and I think it's probably dropped, so it's gone out of line. Sorry, I didn't video that because we was chatting the whole time, so I didn't want to be rude. But yeah, it was just a minor adjustment on the keep, because it's quite an old, a bit windswept. It's quite an old door, and I think what's happening is, last time I was there, I sorted this door out before. It was rubbing on the bottom and the side, so I've planed up the side. We've planed down the bottom as well to stop it from rubbing. And now what I think is happening is, where it's now not hitting the sill, it's got that movement, so it's just dropping again now. So she's aware she needs a new door, but she's got other things at the moment that are more important to do. So it's all secure anyway now. So that's me done for today, at least. What was I say? My YouTube video, my last one, I got a copyright claim. Do you know what? I kind of knew I wouldn't be able to monetize it, which is fine. But yeah, got a copyright claim because of all the music in the background in the video from the training room. So it's not a strike though. There's a difference. If you get a strike, you're allowed 3 copyright strikes, I think it is, and then that's the end of your YouTube career life. But this is just a claim. So basically, whenever anybody watches that video, the rights for the video or any monetization of the video goes towards them. So it goes to them, not me. Anyhow, right, if anything else comes in, obviously I'll try and video it. I've got a small job tomorrow, which is securing some garage doors for a guy that had his brand new bike stolen. So we're doing that tomorrow. And fitting a new cylinder on a boat in Brighton Marina. So that should be interesting. Right, see you then. Right, we're back in here. We're not training. I do still need to do Jamie's 1 day UPVC, and it's just in time because look what we've got here. Nice little removable composite door. So yeah, when we're going to do UPVC day, this door here, I can unscrew, or I can screw it in, and then yeah, unscrew it when we're not using it, store it over there, free up a bit more space. But yeah, quite pleased with that little find. Do you know what? I've been looking for a while to try and find a suitable composite or UPVC door. I wanted composite because I've got a UPVC door on my own house, which I can show guys toe and healing and all that sort of stuff. So I wanted composites, and then we've got wooden doors, we've got composite door, and now and the UPVC. So the lock does work. It's just that the you can only get it out once you've thrown the lock, so it's quite stiff at that point there. But then you actually can't get the key out. It needs to be in that orientation there, but it won't come out there unless the actual lock is or the bolt is thrown. So I would imagine what's happened is the cam inside has slipped, but I'll whip this out. We'll whip it out quickly and have a quick look. Right, yeah, so that's the cylinder there. That's in the position that you'd take the key out, but as you can see, the cam is supposed to be inside the actual body there, and it's not, so it's slipped. So yeah, we'll just change this out for a new cylinder. Back down here, Brighton Marina. That building there as well worked last week, but I'm waiting for a guy who wants a cylinder changed on a boat. So just waiting for him to turn up. But oh, it's beautiful down here, isn't it? Look at this. Look at this. I mean, the clouds don't help, but other than that. There we go. Cylinder change on that little bad boy. I think, do you know what? He had it changed a little while ago. Someone put a Versa on there, but it's just the weather and everything down here. Like, the outside had got a bit rusty. There's not much you can do about it. Anyway, just walking along these jetties. Right, back to the van. Got a lockout to do now. I've got lovely Stephen with me today for a coffee. Oh! Yeah, gonna go and do a lockout, and then I've got to go and fit a couple of bolts for a guy who's had a electric bike stolen. So yeah, we'll see you there. Coffee first. Okay, so we are securing this. It's just a little bit loose. It was much looser than this, but the actual screw, I think, is still a bit too long because there's still a bit of movement in that. So I'll whip that out, see if I can trim that bolt down and get that tight. We'll also put in a new bolt up here. Unfortunately, this guy's place got broken into, and they wiggled the door, and this bolt just dropped down, and there's nothing on the bottom, so the door's just opened. So we're putting a bolt down here and a new bolt up there with padlocks on as well. And then out the back, they've got a couple of they've got a bike store, which I've got these Apex Mastiff padlocks, which are really nice actually. Yeah, so we're going to put these on that to secure it. Right, they are absolutely solid. Love these. Really like these Apex padlocks. Look at those bad boys. Right, let's get these other bits done. Right, we are done. So let me just shut the gate there. I've refixed that. That's all solid. On the back of these, there was actually like a hexagonal bolt that screws into the front, and that had loosened off, so that's why that was all loose, but it's all refixed now. New bolt up there with a padlock so that it can't be manipulated, and the same down there that goes into the floor. This is keyed alike as well, so they've only got one key that does, sorry, there's one key that does that lock and that lock up there. So yeah, and the apex bolts, the apex padlocks on the back, all done.